College, an educational institution providing higher education for professional life. Sport, activities involving physical exertion and skill, competing for entertainment. Two polar opposite entities colliding, changing the lives of thousands, from exploitation to scandal to being left flat out empty-handed. This is Double Covered, the struggles of a college athlete. University athletic programs have existed since the late 1800s. The National Collegiate Athletic Association was founded in 1906 on the basis of legitimatizing and profiting from the stars of tomorrow. According to Anthony Miller, late in the 19th century, college authorities conceived this idea of amateurism in an effort to maintain schools' educational integrity and middle-upper class standing by not technically paying athletes. Despite not cutting checks to competing athletes, Business Insider estimates the NCAA to be worth about $1 billion based off their overall revenue from college sports. Universities also reap the benefits as they receive an annual amount of around $20 to $160 million, with Texas and Texas A&M topping off that list at $190 million per year, cashing in on their sporting events while restricting players from profiting off their respective likenesses. Derek Reening claims critics have weighed in on the inconsistencies of college sports, fueling a debate over the commercialization of the capitalist athletic complex. Essentially, these individuals are highly sought after to play, but the reality is colleges are more focused on their revenue rather than the win column, meaning sometimes school administrations will do whatever it takes to secure the players that earn them the top dollar. The formula is simple. More wins equals more recognition, equals more elite players want to play for the school, which helps universities make massive amounts of money they don't have to share. Although players may not be getting sanctioned paychecks, elaborate scandals keep the elite players comfortable. Scandals riddle the worlds of college basketball and football primarily. I'm going to briefly explain two of the many infamous infractions that the NCAA has actually enforced action upon. Leo Lewis is a linebacker at Mississippi State who, in 2013, accused rival school Ole Miss of offering him large amounts of money for a verbal commitment. Stephen Godfrey of SB Nation directed a mini-series highlighting his investigation of the particular situation. Godfrey uncovered the meticulous process multiple colleges underwent for Lewis's commitment, even Mississippi State. The drama unfolded to a one-year postseason ban enforced by the NCAA due to lack of institutional control by Ole Miss. Yes, 1 year. Another notable case was the fraudulent academic actions by the University of Missouri. The administration hired a tutor to complete 12 different football players' homework all year, in turn for an advancement in her degree. The official NCAA investigation stated the tutor's assistance involved completing varying degrees of work for Missouri students, athletes enrolled in courses offered by the university. She also provided student athletes with assistance on Missouri math placement exams. Much like Ole Miss, Missouri is not eligible to compete in the 2019 postseason, but after that, they're all clear. A mere slap on the wrist. Nothing is honestly provoking these institutions of abusing their powers. The eventual end goal for most collegiate athletes is to venture into the professional sports world. Former Ohio State quarterback Cardell Jones disregarded the entire process, tweeting, "Why should we have to go to class if we came here to play football? We ain't come to play school. Classes are pointless." And in a similar context, they are. With all the preparation it takes to become an elite pro-level athlete, the classroom gets benched. Athletes make their commitments to their craft and neglect the opportunity to gain important knowledge. Anthony Miller remarked, "Student athletes, many of whom are making large amounts of money for their schools, are not often receiving any kind of legitimate quality education." At the end of the day, only 12% of college football players make the NFL, and only 13% of college basketball players make it to the NBA and WNBA. College athletes lack a fallback plan to the inevitable notion that only a few select athletes around the nation have the talent to make a playing career in sport. Athletes are just a number to universities, who milk their talent for a quick buck, and just like that, once highly recruited is a nobody in a matter of a couple of years. I leave you with my proposed solutions to dilute corruption in college athletics. First off, paying athletes is an absolute must. They create the NCAA brand, and without these stars, the company wouldn't be worth anything at all. No athletes would make it a glorified YMCA. Second off, a no-tolerance policy on recruiting and academic scandals. Time and time again, we see history repeat itself with the downright cheating of university athletic administrations. The NCAA needs to stop turning the blind eye to these actions and discipline them as such. Finally, the NCAA needs to enforce a fallback plan for athletes pursuing professional sports. This will not only revitalize the purpose of college, but also ensure that no athlete is left hung out to dry. I hope my words persuaded you or even created your own stance on these issues. To learn more about the progress being made, visit ncaa.com. Thank you.